The presidential office has announced again that Vice President Lai Ching-te does not have COVID. The statement comes after the COVID diagnosis of another person he interacted with in Honduras, King Felipe VI of Spain.
Speaking on Thursday, the presidential office spokesperson said that Lai took a COVID test the day before and was still COVID-free.
Last month, Honduras inaugurated its new president, Xiomara Castro. The ceremony was attended by King Felipe VI of Spain and Taiwanese Vice President Lai Ching-te, who shared a brief interaction at the event. 10 days later, the Spanish king has tested positive for COVID, although he's had only mild symptoms. In Taiwan, the news has turned the spotlight on Lai, who is still under quarantine in Tainan.
I contacted the vice president and his body temperature was normal. His most recent rapid test was administered yesterday and it was negative. So there are no problems. He is in good health.
Lai is still in good health, the presidential office said, adding that he'd sent the king his regards through Taiwan's office in Spain. Since Lai's return on January 30th, 4 people he interacted with overseas have been diagnosed with COVID. The first was a staffer at Taiwan's embassy in Honduras. On February 3rd, Belize's prime minister was also diagnosed. Then, on February 6th, news came that Castro herself had contracted the virus. She and Lai had interacted twice during his visit. The 4th person to be diagnosed on February 9th was the King of Spain, who had spoken with Lai at Castro's inauguration. With news of infections flooding in, Taiwan's delegation says it had taken thorough precautions during the trip.
We have a very important fundamental rule, frequent hand washing. And whenever we went out, we wore 2 face masks, including an N95 mask in the inner layer, which was very tight. The outer layer was a surgical face mask. Whenever Vice President Lai met other officials, he would nod his head as a greeting when possible to avoid contact as much as possible. The most important thing was to not bring the virus back to Taiwan.
The delegation is now nearing the end of its quarantine. Once the members are out on February 14th, they will undergo 7 days of self-health management.